Cold rain hisses on hot Durasteel as Lio and FC-13 crouch beneath Dock 94, listening to a stolen hyperdrive core hum overhead. Ord Mantell's scrapyard quarter sprawls beyond the dock lights. All crooked antennae, smoking trash pits, and sleepy families behind patched metal walls. Somewhere before dawn, a hidden rebel contact is waiting for that core. Without it, the Hutt freighter Gilded Grub powers up, the blockade tightens, and FC-13's secret repair route becomes an imperial hunting trail. Above you, flood lamps sweep across cargo cranes and oil slick puddles. Captain Vexa Rin strides along the gantry in a white salvage coat, voice sharp enough to cut cable. Load my hyperdrive core first. The Hutts pay in favors, and favors by obedience. Beside her, pale Ensign Talon Merrick grips the rail, blinking at things no one else can see. Then Talon gasps. Every loose bolt under the dock lifts an inch, trembling in the air. Alarms shriek across Dock 94, the core's clamps unlock with a thunderclap, and Vexa snaps toward your hiding place as a spotlight slams down. Move now, before the whole dock wakes.
Can you explain to us what is happening? That was a lot of information that I don't think I fully understand.
You're hiding beneath Dock 94 with FC-13. Above you is the stolen hyperdrive core you need to steal back and deliver to a rebel contact before dawn. Captain Vexa Rin is trying to move it for Imperial/Hutt interests. Her force-sensitive ensign, Talon, had a sudden uncontrolled force surge, which triggered alarms and drew attention toward your hiding place. You need to decide what Lio does next.
I grab the core and be ready to move with it or threaten to destroy it.
I draw my blaster and yell, "Don't move. We have this whole place surrounded. We are just going to relieve you of your core and you will get to keep your lives."
The core kicks like a caged band as FC-13 clamps both hands onto its hot casing. Sparks spit blue-white into the rain. The stolen hyperdrive core hangs half loose in its cradle, its clamps unlocked by Talon's wild force flare. FC-13 servos whine, but the droid gets control of it, enough to drag it sideways and make every Imperial on the gantry understand one awful truth. One wrong shot, and that priceless machine becomes very expensive scrap. Above, Captain Vexa Rin snaps her blaster toward the shadows. Then Lio steps into the dock glare with his blaster raised and his voice ringing across the rain-slick metal. The lie fits the chaos beautifully. Alarms are howling, bolts are floating, and half the dock already sounds like an invasion by very angry cookware. Vexa's troopers hesitate for one thin second. Talon's trembling hands hover near the rail, and the core gives a deep, unstable whump in FC-13's grip. Lio, make an easy deception check, 1 purple difficulty die. If the bluff lands, Vexa's side freezes long enough for a clean opening. If not, they call it and the dock turns into a very loud scramble.
1 success, 2 advantage.
Passes their turn.
A trooper's boot squeals on wet metal, then stops. Lio's bluff lands like a thermal detonator with manners. Captain Vexa Rin freezes with her blaster half-raised, eyes cutting from shadow to shadow. Surrounded? She spits, but the word has a crack in it. Behind her, 2 troopers duck toward cover. One whispers, "I knew we should have scanned the noodle stand." And the whole Imperial line loses its nerve for one precious beat. That beat belongs to FC-13. The medic droid keeps both clamps locked on the bucking hyperdrive core, servos whining as the casing burns hot enough to steam the rain. The core does not tear loose. It does not explode. It merely gives an angry, expensive hum, like a starship engine being asked to behave in public. Alarms keep screaming. Loose bolts still shiver in the air around pale Talon Merrick, whose fingers tremble near the rail. Vexa's blaster stays trained on the shadows, but she has not fired. Not yet. The dock hangs on that lie, that core, and one short window before someone gets brave. Lio, your move.
I motion to FC-13 to load the core onto the nearby hovercart.
I finish disconnecting the core and put it on the nearby cart and start moving out of here.
A warning klaxon coughs, skips a beat, then screams louder. Lio's hand signal cuts through the noise like a clean sabacc play. FC-13 catches it at once. The medic droid's clamps twist, release, and relock with tidy mechanical confidence, the kind earned from a lifetime of fixing problems other beings made worse. The hyperdrive core drops onto the hover cart with a heavy tum, and the cart sinks nearly to the wet deck before its repulsors wind back to life. Steam rolls off the core in hot sheets. Its blue status lights flicker between stable, unstable, and one very rude maintenance icon. Still, it moves. FC-13 shoves the cart forward, and the stolen heart of a starship glides free of its cradle, wobbling like a drunken band on parade. Up on the gantry, Captain Vexa Rin's hesitation cracks. Oh, absolutely not. Her blaster rises. Talon Merrick flinches beside her, and a ring of loose bolts snaps outward in the air as his fear spikes. The dock is still yours for one moving breath, but the Imperials are waking fast. Get that cart clear.
I continue to hurry towards our rally point.
I start shooting cover fire to make Vexa and Talon to have to drop behind cover and stop concentrating on what FC-13 is doing.
Blaster fire snaps through the rain, hot red bolts hissing past gantry rails and punching steam from the deck. Lio lays down cover with a smuggler's sense of timing, not wasting shots, just placing them where courage would like to stand. Captain Vexa Rin jerks back behind a cargo strut as sparks burst over her shoulder. "Spread out, you bucket-helmeted invoices," she barks, but even her voice has to duck. Beside her, Talon Merrick flinches hard. A handful of loose bolts whips into the air around him, trembling like nervous insects before clattering across the gantry. His focus breaks, and whatever strange force pressure had been tugging at the core gutters out for the moment. That opening belongs to FC-13. The medic droid drives the hover cart forward, repulsors whining under the stolen hyperdrive core's weight. The cart lurches, dips, then catches itself, skimming toward the rally point with the core still aboard and only one rude warning light blinking in protest. Behind you, the whole dock comes alive. Troopers scatter from cover to cover. The klaxon shrieks. Vexa snaps orders as the Imperial line starts spreading wide, trying to box you in before the cart reaches the service ramp. One clean break is still possible, but the next exchange will decide it. What do you do? To be continued.